tough as their Redskins get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. This is fielded at the goal line. Look at the spin. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Lock in. You check.
They run with David Montgomery, the third-round pick from Iowa State. He's got daylight, the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the first play of the game. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Check 52. Alert.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a man in his 13th NFL season. It's Adrian Peterson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go. 15 on it. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now it's Haskins. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here we go. Now the wolf.
A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th rounder from Stanford. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Switch.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now after the run by Geis, here's first and 10. Haskins now off the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Deion Bush with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Escaping the pressure right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start on the ground with Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 20.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Record, go, go. Pause.
On second down, here's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All day, every day. Let's go. 59.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 16, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Rashard Matthews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder that we kick off Week 4 on Thursday night. A good one in Lambeau. Eagles and Packers, two teams with eyes on the playoffs this year in the NFC. Coverage starting at 8:20 Eastern. And hard to believe it, we also have a couple of teams coming up on a bye week already in Week 4, the Jets and the Niners. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, box truck.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow, and this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they just...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alert. Back.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
54 Mike. Check. Walk 54.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Montgomery. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Shoot up, shoot up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a first carry for their fullback.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Buddy up. Good mark. 94, good mark. Right here, right here. Tight end left. Tight end left. Off. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 94 is the mark. 94 is the mark.
Haskins on third down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Check tight end. Check tight end. Check 3. Check 3.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
59. I'm going to come back to you. 25. 25. Check 25. Watch the edge.
This is Geis on a handoff left. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
And here come the Redskins now. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
44, Mike, 44.
After the sack on first down, Haskins, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
44. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. Hey, here we go. Oh, 44, Mike, 44.
Now Haskins, third and long. It's brought in by Dodson. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
It's now 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Dodson with a grab over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You think you gonna get this? 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. I'm going to run you over. That's it. I'm going to run you over.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. It's hauled in by Dodson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. He was second in the NFL last year with 6 interceptions. This time, not only the interception, but also 6 points.
And it's just so difficult to go get the football in this league because people are so proficient in the passing game. It's not easy at all to read patterns, to break on the football, catch the ball, and take it the other way. Yeah, when you have a guy like that on your team, you feel really good about his efforts.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 17-yard line.
Hey, ready? Watch Mike, watch Mike. Short.
Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kill!
2nd and 10 now. Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And now here is another interception. Deion Bush with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. This is Gabriel out on the left side. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And it's 3rd
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Here's Haskins to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
59, check, 59. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 1st down. Haskins. He's got his man. This is Dotson. Josh Dotson past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Dotson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 11 yards there, 1st down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, They just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the line.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now this throw caught left side. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Trubisky. Complete. He finds Brain. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Get up! 180! Hey, alert! Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? Check and read. 52 right here. 52. Come on. Cut. 52 is the mic right here over there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Haskins will throw. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And now here is another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Bears, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.